something that's been 14 years in the making. While Neil didn't know it right away, he went to high school with a special someone who he wouldn't realize his true feelings for until later in life. Someone that would eventually be there for him through the hard times and the good, would make him laugh, and someone he knew that he had a special relationship for life. That person was someone who he knows he can trust and will admire for the rest of his life, and probably arguably the most significant figure in his life today. That person doesn't really like the spotlight and is sitting up next to him at the head table. That person is me. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is James Bennett. You may know me from such disasters as Karaoke 05 Young Wedding, the Dawson Wedding Tape Hijack, or the Hummel Octopus Ordeal in 2010. Even after all these events, Neil still asked me to be his best man. And he thought it was a good idea. So we'll use the term best man lightly tonight. I'm not really the best man. I prefer awesomest or whatever you can come up with. So we'll just leave it at that. I do, however, though, consider it an honor that Neil thinks highly enough of me that he wants me to be the one up here embarrassing him in front of all his family and friends. And I assure you the speech won't be too long or too witty, Neil, so don't worry. Neil's not really good with big words. So I won't make it more than 2 syllables because we'll see him up there flapping like a seal trying to figure it out. I told you we're going to put a seal reference in there. Being the best man, I know there are many things I'm supposed to touch upon in my speech. And from all the input from friends and family and people that I've talked to, I know that expectations are high with the speech. So I'm a little under the pressure here. I've been told to be funny, witty, charming, all that kind of stuff. And it's a lot of pressure to put on somebody, but I'm glad that you guys chose me. Nicole, I hope nothing in this speech offends you. I'll be the first to apologize if you're disappointed. Neil is probably not going to deal with any disappointment today. I know part of my duties as the best man to get up here and humiliate Neil by telling stories about horrible moments in time or something embarrassing that's happened to him. Unfortunately, for pretty much every story I can remember, I was the one that was either encouraging him or egging him on to do it, or I was standing there beside him doing it with him. So I don't want to incriminate myself. His mom Fraz is in the audience and she thinks I'm an angel, so I'm not going to go there. There are some stories that I'm not supposed to talk about, like let's say we go on a boys trip to Hollywood every year. There was one year that Neil woke up, startled, got out of bed, and he found that there was a Sasquatch laying naked beside him. I won't tell you the details about it, but we're not sure if he was naked. He was just really hairy, so we couldn't tell. I won't tell you everything about that, but ask Neil what he did at the bar. I'm sure he'll tell you. There's also stuff I'm not supposed to tell you about that I know embarrasses Neil, like the fact that for most of the Halloweens that we have spent together, we always find the stupidest costumes that you could possibly buy or find. We usually put them on. One such costume was matching unitards. That's one tard. And we went as figure skaters, male figure skaters. I know there's a movie about it, but we did it way better. And we went out, we were dancing around the bar that we went to with our performing our routine as 2 paired male figure skaters. And most people didn't think that we could do that we were any good, except for when we did the lifted dirty dancing. It was incredible. You should have seen it. Neil had me by my waist and was holding me above his eyes. He was looking at me in the eyes and smiling. It was an epic moment. You really should have been there for that. What else do I got up here? There's lots of stories that I really can't tell you about, like Neil's naked elevator ride after a Blue Jays game one year. I won't go into details on that, but you should definitely ask him about that. There's children around, so I know that's probably not a good one to get into detail about. I love you, man. Don't worry. Another part of the best man speech, the majority of the weddings I've attended are usually to ridicule the best man, or sorry, the groom about some of his ex-girlfriends and stuff like that. I kind of think that that's passé. I don't really want to ridicule about that or say anything too mean. He's sitting right beside me, and I'm afraid that 2 of his best ex-girlfriends might hit me or slap me later on. Punch or slap, get it? Today's wedding has become a historic moment in time. You said that there was off limits. Today is actually a historic moment in time. And the reason for that is because I know that every guy in this room, and probably in Burlington, is saddened by the fact that Nicole is now off the market. And I know I can probably speak for every girl in this room too, that it's historic because it's the second Saturday in August. So, what can I say? Neil is wonderful, caring. Sorry, Neil. I love you, man. Neil Nicole is a wonderful human being who's been caring, has a tender heart, is open about her feelings, loves to snuggle, cries during sad movies, and Nicole. Neil is a wonderful human being who's open about his feelings, loves to snuggle, and cries during sad movies. And I'm glad that you found somebody that shares these elements with you. Over the past several years, I've gotten to know Nicole well, and I'm proud to call her a friend. She's always welcomed me with a smile and hug, and puts up with most of the unsolicited comments and partial retardation that comes with having me as a friend. Nicole, you're a funny, good-natured, kind, and one-of-a-kind and sincere person. You're probably one of the most down-to-earth human beings I've ever met. I'm blessed to be able to call you a friend, and that you're marrying one of my best friends. I couldn't think of a better person for my little frazzle-dazzle to have as his wife. You truly deserve the finest husband a girl could ask for, and I'm really glad you met Neil before you found him. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here to celebrate this over water, so it's kind of a win-win situation for everybody. To be honest, I'm extremely glad that you're getting married to a woman. And over the past couple of years, that it kind of made me wonder, as we'd be walking down the street, and you'd say, oh, look, that's an adorable little puppy, or you talk about somebody's outfit. There was kind of a question, not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just, I didn't want you to do this speech standing up here in a bridesmaid's dress, so thank you. Truthfully though, I couldn't have been happier that Neil had asked me to be part of this wedding. Neil and Nicole, you're two of my best friends, and I couldn't have asked for better partners to share the remainder of your life with. I enjoyed the time I could spend with you over the years, and we spent a significant part of the time together, and I was kind of in the third wheel, and you guys would never judge me for that. You never treated me like a leper or anything, and even when I bring my 10-pal ex-con girlfriends out, you guys never judge me, you were always accepting, and thank you for that. I always appreciate it.
Ex-con girlfriends out.
I'm really happy to be here to celebrate with both of you. I look at the love that you two share, and only hope that I can find someone that makes me as happy as I know that both of you are. I also want you to know, you're one of my best friends. You're my best friend. You're one of the kindest guys I know. You're willing to jump at the dime to help anybody out. I know that you're very family-oriented, you're caring, loving, and you're going to make Nicole a great husband. Also, if Nicole or your mom are ever away, and there's lightning or thunder, you're more than welcome to practice my place. I don't know if you guys, but the last time we made thunderstorms like this one time. I kind of like having you around. It happened last night. I kind of like having you around. You're welcome to crash at my place anytime, because when you turn the lights in, it's kind of like a night light, and I can see where I'm going, but I'm but I know you kind of joked about it before, but I'd be happy to be your bridesmaid anyway. I truly love both of you guys, and at this point, I'd like to fix a toast. To Neil and Nicole, may your life be full of love, laughter, and a happily ever after.
Neil and Nicole. Whoa! Ding, ding, ding.
All right, bon appetit, everyone.